What happened here?
Well, you're a little late, Lieutenant.
Where's Haskell and all the gambling equipment?
Gone. 1 minute, we're up and running. Next minute, no customers, no tables. I never saw anything like it.
And you didn't do anything to stop him?
Well, no, I couldn't.
All right, all of you, cover the docks. You could have stalled them.
No, I couldn't. Haskell knew there was going to be a bust tonight and he wanted to get out of here fast.
How did he know? Who tipped him off?
I don't know.
Well, this couldn't have leaked from the outside. It happened too fast. Haskell must be getting inside information.
Well, your guess is as good as mine, Lieutenant.
Well, it's beginning to look like we've got a cop on the take. You got any ideas who it might be?
Hey, Ramsey, do me a favor, will you? Lock this up in the safe.
What the hell is this, Andropoulos?
Just get bribe money.
What? What's the case?
I'm working undercover, so just count it, all right? And give me a receipt. I want this on the record.
Oh, how much do they think they bought you for, Andropoulos?
10 big ones. I guess crooked cops are expensive these days.
Yes, you
Franny, what are you doing sitting here in the dark?
Do you want some more?
No. No more champagne. You know, I shouldn't have even come here tonight.
Why did you come here tonight?
I needed to talk to somebody. Well, I needed to talk to you.
Well, I'm glad that you got such confidence in me.
Yeah.
Because I do understand you.
But it's just not right. I mean, it's not fair. I shouldn't be dumping all these problems.
Oh, dumping. I like it anyway. Well, you know, maybe my task is to show you this evening that you haven't so much lost a dream as perhaps stumbled into a new one.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? Oh, I'll tell you what I mean. People like you and me, for us, life isn't always what we expect it to be, because it's sometimes something much more.
As the world turns.
But I'm not going to get what I expected out of life. I realize that. I mean, it's just too late for me.
It's too late? It's too late? Oh, please, darling, don't sell yourself short.
I'm not trying to sell myself short, but I'm being very realistic here. I don't think that I'm ever going to get what Betsy and Steve have.
Oh, is that what you really want?
Yes. It is. I mean, I watched them tonight, and you're talking about two people who happen to be very content. And if they need anything, they find it in each other's eyes.
Don't chase after what somebody else has. You are a special man, and your life is going to be different.
I don't want to be different.
Well, you are, and you were from the beginning.
I may have known that I've been different. I know that I'm not like everybody else. But I try to fit in, and it just doesn't work out very well.
I'm responding to that. I've had a few difficulties with that myself. But you want to know something? It's to no avail. You and me, we were different from other people from the day we were born.
I thought it would change. See, I thought that once I settled down, if I got myself a home and a family.
Oh, you mean you'd find someone who really understood you? Someone who understood every difference in you and loved you anyway?
Don't make fun of me, that's right.
Yeah, well, that happens, but it only happens rarely. I had it once. Once, and I lost it.
But you had it once.
All right, touché, you're going to have it. You will have it. But all I'm saying to you is don't throw away all the dreams while you're waiting for that thing to happen.
You sound as if you know what my dreams are.
Of course I do.
Am I greedy? For wanting all of it? Family, success. I want all of it. Am I asking for too much?
No. Come on, you deserve to have the best that life can give you, and you're going to have it. And you want to know why? Because you're willing to fight for it. Just as I am. And there's nothing wrong in that.
What about you? Did you ever get scared? Did you ever think that you might not make it?
All the time, constantly. That's why it's so important for me that I have people around me that I can depend on, I can care for. Like you.
I care for you. Thank you.
Thanking me for what?
For what? For letting me come into your house in the middle of the night with a bottle of champagne, for talking to me, for not letting me be alone.
Oh, my dear, if that's your criterion for not being alone, I do understand you. You never have to be alone again.
Thank you.
Well, let's hear it, shall we? For each other, for not being alone, for understanding. Dreams.
Dreams.
Hi, Dad.
Brandy, what are you doing sitting here all by yourself in the dark?
Thinking deep thoughts. I'm an Ivy Leaguer, you know? I missed you.
I missed you, too.
For crying out loud. Everybody seems so surprised to see me. I thought I lived here.
Oh, you do, but what are you doing here in the kitchen? I'm surprised because we expected you earlier.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Are you guys going to make me feel guilty?
No, of course not. You know, your grandmother's here from Arizona, don't you?
Oh, great. Let's go say hi.
Hey,
Grandma.
wait, you're a little late, sweetheart. She's already gone to bed, but you can see her in the morning. Why don't you sit down and I'll get us some coffee? Or are you hungry?
No. Okay. Oh, darn. Sorry I missed her.
Well, you missed more than that. You know, you were supposed to be here for dinner, and you missed your fitting for your bridesmaid's dress.
He's going to make me feel guilty.
Well, what are fathers for?
Dad, I'm really sorry. It's just that things got pretty hectic at school before I left. I had a physics paper due.
Ooh, physics. The word still strikes terror in my heart.
Which I put off until the last minute, of course, and then a friend of mine from Brown invited me to a party, and I couldn't say no. Everybody was going.
A party? You mean you kept the entire...
Wait, now, it's all okay. The important thing is that she's home. And, oh, sweetheart, I was so glad you are here.
Oh, at least you are.
Well, no, there's no harm done because there's a fitting tomorrow, and I made arrangements with the seamstress for you to have yours then. Okay?
Great. Thank you. See? Everything's going to be fine.
I wasn't trying to make you feel guilty.
I know, Dad. So, tell me about the plans for your wedding.
Well, you better speak to your father about that, since he's made most of the plans.
Yes?
Yes, that's true. And if I don't say so myself, or if I do say so myself, or neither of the above, it's going to be a very unique wedding.
Unique.
Unique? I mean, I thought it was just too dull to have a regular church wedding.
So, where are you going to have it? Justice of the Peace? Living room?
The Botanical Gardens.
What?
At sunrise.
You're kidding. That's great.
I think it is beautiful.
Boy, you're really getting radical, Dad. I'm proud of you.
Me? Radical?
Well, call it avant-garde, if you like. Any way you look at it, you guys have really changed. Getting with it, huh?
Sometimes I think she thinks I'm over the hill.
Ah, you're cute when you're touchy. Listen, keep my coffee warm for me, okay? I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
Oh, just a change. I feel like I've been traveling with these clothes for days. I won't be long.
She looks wonderful.
You think so?
Yeah. Don't you?
I don't know.
She's growing up, my love.
Yeah, maybe that's it. She's growing up.
Well, I leave police matters to the police. If you've got a cop on the tape, that's your business.
And I intend to make it my business and fast.
Yes, but what about Haskell? We've come much too close to lose him now.
Well, since the evidence we have against Haskell is slim at best, we're going to have to at least catch him running the casino, but the bird has flown.
Oh, he'll be back.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, yeah. I'd bet the house on it. He'll lay low for a few weeks, and then we'll be back in operation again.
What makes you think so?
Because Haskell likes this location. Now, he's moved his entire operation onto the yacht. He's even moved himself into Diana's cabin.
That makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, well, Diana wouldn't be too pleased either. He's also left all the books and the money in the safe here.
Well, that's good. At least we know where we can find additional evidence at the next bust. I just can't believe he was able to move this stuff so fast.
He's a very slippery guy.
I wonder if the guy who tipped him off about the bootlegging operation told him about this bust.
Well, I don't know, but whoever it was, we've got to find him before we can try this again.
You're right, but it's going to take time.
Yeah, but that's okay. I think we should give him some time before the next bust. Let him think that the heat's died down.
Well, you know him better than anybody.
Meantime, I want Maggie to stay away from the yacht.
Now, wait a minute. That's not for you to decide. This is my job.
It's too dangerous. Haskell knows she's an assistant DA, and after what happened tonight, he's going to be very unpredictable. I don't want her here.
He's right, Maggie. And I don't want to take too many risks with civilians.
Listen, you can both stop it right now. I appreciate your concern, but I represent the DA's office. There's no way I cannot see this out.
Well, could you at least keep a low profile till we find out who tipped off Haskell? He might blow your cover, too.
It depends on how long it's going to take you to find out who it is.
Oh, I wish we had a lead. Cal, are you sure you didn't see anybody hanging around?
Oh, Lieutenant, Cal's not the person to ask. I mean, the only cops he knows by sight are you and Frank.
Yeah, that's about it. Just you and Frank.
What? You thinking something?
Yeah.
What?
I have something to tell you. A confession, sort of, I guess.
Oh, a confession. Well, wonderful. Make it something really scandalous so I can blackmail you for the rest.
No, not like that. This is really important to me.
What is it?
When I left the hospital tonight, I was running away.
Yeah?
I was running away from reality. I was running away from Steve and Betsy and what they had. I was running away from feeling like I failed at getting what I wanted out of life.
Yeah?
And I found myself wandering around. And I knew I couldn't go home. And then you.
Yeah?
I knew that you would give me what I needed. I knew that you would give me something. You convinced me that I'm maybe not cut out for Betsy Steve kind of life.
Oh, I hope I've taught you that you're destined for so much more than that.
Maybe, but that's not important. That's not... I wasn't running away anymore. I was running to something. I could come running to you.
I don't know what to say to that.
Don't say anything to that. Don't say
Thinking of
anything.
something.
No. It's okay. Just understand what you do for me, how I feel. I'm not alone. There's you. Thank you.
You don't have to thank me. Oh, you give me things. You give me.
you. I never
You
give you
talk about
anything.
dreams. You talk about hopes and life, and it makes me remember everything that I wanted. Is that of gratitude?
I really need you.
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
No, not at all.
Well, I've been looking for Diana. Is she about?
I don't know where she is. Maybe Brian could...
Oh, no, it's nothing pressing. Well, look, I don't want to disturb you, so
Stuart, I just want to apologize to you about being weird the other
look,
day.
there's nothing to apologize for. I was the one that seemed to upset you.
No, you didn't. That's what I want you to know. I can't talk about what it was, but I want you to know that it wasn't you.
Okay. I'm very glad to hear that. So, Marcy, would you mind if I stayed a minute? Just to talk.
What about?
Oh, nothing. Everything. Well, just to get to know you a little better.
Sure. You want some tea?
I'd love some. Now let the water heat up.
How's this?
Ah, excellent.
Yeah, it's Martha's. I don't think she would mind.
Okay, Martha's tea it is. Marcy, are you sure you're all right? I mean, are you sure that I haven't done anything to upset you?
You just startled me for a second. Don't worry about me.
All
Okay.
right. I won't. If you make me a promise.
What?
That if there's anything at all I can do for you, you'll let me know. Will you?
Why are you being so nice?
Because I think you're a special girl. Anyway, what's wrong with being nice? Do I have to have an ulterior motive?
Sorry, I know that doesn't sound right for me.
Mercy, the only ulterior motive I have is that I'd like very much to be your friend.
I'd like that too.
Good. And that's settled. Now, let's have a great cup of tea.
So, you two finally made it home. Where were you tonight all day?
Oh, it's a long story.
Lisa, if that's a new designer, I suggest you stick with the old one.
Very funny. This is a long story, too. We'll have to go into this another time.
Listen, Brian, a lot of strange things have been going on, and I think it's time that we told you
Lisa,
about
why don't you go ahead and tell him? I'm kind of tired. It's late
Come
tonight.
back here. We're going to face the music together.
Face what music? What's going on?
Look, Brian, this is going to be very difficult to tell you. We have some distressing news for you.
What kind of news? What's happening?
Diana has gone.
What do you mean Diana's gone?
Well, now listen, it's not as bad as it sounds. So just try to stay calm for a minute while I tell you the whole thing, okay? Now, you see, it seems that Diana was running a little gambling casino below deck there on her yacht. And,
What?
So, now, let me finish. It's all right because it's not as bad as it seems. You see, the federal government was in on it. In fact, it was their idea that she do this.
The feds were after this guy, Jack Haskell.
Yeah.
He's been opening illegal gambling casinos in several states.
That's right, and they thought that if she would go into partnership with him, she could help them get some solid evidence so then they could just put him away for good.
Well, how long? For how long? How long has this been going on?
Oh, I'm afraid it's been going on really longer than it should have because she just couldn't take it anymore. I think the pressure was too much. She packed up her things and left tonight.
She, left this night.
This doesn't say anything about where she went.
Well, I'm not sure, but I have the feeling she left the country.
What makes you think that?
Well, when I saw that the whole casino thing was getting too much for her, I suggested she take off, go to Paris somewhere. I think she took my advice.
For how long? I mean, what is she going to do in Paris? Start a whole new life?
Well, she doesn't have to now. I mean...
No, she doesn't. You see, she left before the news got out.
I'm almost afraid to ask. What news?
Cal Randolph told me the cops are going to raid the casino. Sting's over.
Yeah, so you see now, when Diana calls, and I'm sure she'll call us, we can say it's all over, and there's nothing for you to be afraid of anymore, so come on home. That's what we can say.
I can't believe this. I can't believe she'd get involved in something like this and not tell me about it.
Brian, she couldn't tell you about it. The feds made her keep it a secret. The only reason I found out about it was because I stumbled on the casino one night.
You found her? Oh, all right. Oh, this is all starting to fit together now. That's where you lost all this money. You haven't been betting on basketball games. You've been into hardcore gambling.
I'm sorry I had to lie to you. I had to protect Diana.
Oh, don't give me that, Kirk. You know I would have sat on you to keep you out of that place. Were you there again tonight?
Yeah, I was paying off some gambling debts. Is that okay with you?
Where did you get the money to pay off these gambling debts, huh?
Now, he got it from me. I gave it to him. I'm very happy I was able to do that. Now it's over, and Kirk is not going to gamble anymore.
Oh, really?
No.
Did you do any gambling while you were paying off your debts tonight, Kirk?
Not very much.
Look, it's all over, okay? The casino is closed. Can't we just rest on our laurels tonight?
I'm afraid not, Lisa. I think we've got a very serious problem right here.
And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
You're blowing this all out of proportion. Lisa, will you please tell him?
Tell him what?
That I'm not crazy. We talked about it, remember? I don't have a compulsion. I was just in a little over my head.
Darling, I wish I could tell him that, but I don't believe it. I really don't. Look, I'm sorry, but I know that there's a problem.
Sure, here we go again.
Now, what is that supposed to mean, huh?
I'm tired of the two of you ganging up on me. That's what it means.
We're not ganging up
Sure
on
you are,
No,
Lisa.
we're not.
For once, I thought you understood. For once, I thought you were on my side.
We are. I'm on your side. Brian is on your side. We care. We're trying to help you.
How? By making me sound like a lunatic?
No.
Listen to yourself, Kirk. Listen to yourself. If you weren't so worried about this, you wouldn't spend so much time trying to defend what you've done.
It's a habit. You learn to be defensive, especially when you live with people who are self-appointed saints. Where are you going? Out of here!
No, Kirk, please. We're trying to help you.
I don't want your help. I don't need your help. I'm tired of having it shoved down my throat, okay? Thanks for the vote of confidence. I'll see you later.
There you have it. I tell you, every time I try to broach the subject with him about his gambling, I get the same thing. I'm afraid you're right. Kirk does have a very serious problem.
Yeah. And if I don't do something about it, he's going to be in serious trouble.
Here you go, pal. It's all yours.
Good luck.
He has a brand new tux for the wedding. If he keeps this up, we're going to have to stuff him in.
Don't worry about it. With a sunrise ceremony at the Botanical Garden, he could always wear a long, flowing white robe.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, flowers in your hair, my husband the hippie.
You guys are great. So, tell the truth. You've been having a secret affair for years, right?
Is that the kind of question they teach you to ask in the Ivy League?
I'm sorry. I was just kidding. You mean you have?
No, we haven't. It all happened rather suddenly, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm glad it did. You both look very happy. Whoop, that's for me. I'll get it.
How does she know? I live here, too.
Hello? Who? No, I'm sorry. I think you have the wrong number. That's okay. Bye. Wrong number.
You went for that phone like you were shot out of a cannon. Who were you expecting to hear from?
Nobody?
Nobody.
Hey, don't make a major case out of it, okay, Dad? Let's talk about you two. Where are you going on your honeymoon?
I don't know. I don't even know if we're going to have a honeymoon. We haven't made any plans.
Okay. Where do you want to go? The world is your playground.
Oh, really? I have no idea. I haven't given it any thought.
How about fishing in Florida?
Great. Just what every woman wants, to spend her honeymoon in hip boots.
Scratch that one. Skiing in Gestad.
No, thanks. No more snow. I'm still thawing out.
What makes you think you'd be out in the snow at all, you devil?
Please, not in front of the KID.
Pretend you never heard that.
Heard what? You know what I would like to do on our honeymoon?
No, but hum a few bars and I'll fake it.
I would like to relax. I would like to go any place where I can do absolutely nothing. For as long as you'll let me.
You got it. Your wish is my command.
Any bets on how long that's going to last?
You guys are great together. You look like you belong that way.
You guys find anything?
No, we checked the entire dock area. We couldn't find anything. The other officers are still checking.
Lieutenant McCluskey, I can't believe this happened. We thought it was a perfect setup, particularly when we saw you had a backup for us.
What do you mean?
Andropoulos.
Andropoulos?
Yeah, he was here in the casino when we cased the joint.
Randolph, did you know Frank Andropoulos was in the casino?
I might have seen him.
You must have seen him. He was right at the bar. You mean he wasn't in on the bust?
No. He didn't fill out a report that indicated he even knew about the casino.
I see.
All right, now stop it. I know what you're thinking, and this is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, Frank is the best cop on the force. Why in the world would he want to tip off Haskell about this bust?
She's right. It's crazy to even think about it.
Well, Lieutenant, I respect Frank Andropoulos as much as the next guy, but that doesn't explain what he was doing in the casino if he wasn't on assignment.
Maybe he was looking for me. I have been spending a lot of time here lately, haven't I, Lieutenant?
Yep, she's right.
So he knows about the casino?
Well, no, but that doesn't mean that he's on the take.
Randolph, did you see Andropoulos in here more than once?
Maybe once or twice.
Look, we're probably all right. I'm just grasping at straws. Andropoulos isn't the kind of guy to sell information.
But you won't believe it until you have proof, right?
Maggie, that's not what he said.
Lieutenant, I know what it's like on the force when they begin to believe that a cop has gone bad. And Sherman, I will get you proof, dead solid proof, that Frank had nothing to do with this.
Mrs. Andropoulos, I didn't mean to upset you.
Well, you have. Lieutenant, please, in the meantime, don't stop looking for the man who actually tipped Haskell off about this
Don't
bust.
worry about it. But Maggie, you sure you want to try to gather evidence against your husband?
Against him? Lieutenant, have you been listening to me? I said I'm going to find evidence that will show that Frank had nothing to do with this. And furthermore, I think you guys are really incredible. To even begin to suspect that Frank would give out inside information.
Mrs. Andropoulos, we don't suspect him. It's just a little strange that he was here tonight.
And now you're going to be saying that he's the one who tipped off Haskell on the bootlegging bust, right? Of course, the fact that he almost got himself killed in that operation was just a very clever way to cover up his involvement in it.
Look, I said I was probably grasping at straws. Why don't we just drop the whole thing?
Not a chance. I'll check the bank account, the safety deposit box, the works. And when this is over, gentlemen, you're going to owe me an apology.
Maggie, you don't have to do this, you know.
No, with all due respect, Lieutenant, I think it's a good idea.
Oh, I'm sure you do. You would just love it if I came up with something against Frank, wouldn't you?
No. But we need to be sure.
You will be.
Look, Maggie, I don't think it's Frank. I really don't. But I think we have to find out who's leaking this information, or else we're going to lose Haskell.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
Look, I think there's something else I should be doing, Lieutenant.
Like what?
I should be looking at Haskell's books.
You think you can?
Well, it's worth a try. If we can find out how extensive the organization is, we might be able to get him on more than gambling.
Well, sure it's worth a try if you think you can.
Now, aren't you just the hero?
Maggie, I just want to see this over with.
Look, Haskell won't get away again. The next time we come here, we'll lock him up for good. Maggie,
Yes, Lieutenant.
let me know if you come up with anything.
You'll be the first to know.
Look, it's not Frank. We all know that. Good night.
Maggie?
Cal Randolph, you are a low-down snake.
Art is a great gift. You know, looking at a truly fine painting is the closest feeling that I've come to falling in love.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Exactly. Because I fell in love with the painting, too.
Oh?
This one.
Marcy, where did you get that?
Kirk and I found it in the attic. And I told you I just fell in love with it, and then Lisa gave it to me.
Well, that was very generous of her. And may I hold it?
Careful.
I will.
Can you tell when it was painted?
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Early 1800s.
That long ago?
Yes. Tell me, Marcy, do you know how this came to be in the McCall's possession?
I think that Whit bought it, like, during the war for some
during the
ridiculous
war.
low price.
Yeah, that would make sense, you know, and the number of paintings were lost then.
Do you think it's valuable?
It could be. Each artist has a signature, his own particular brushstroke. And this looks very much like a constable.
Who is that?
Oh, an English artist famous for his landscapes. He and another artist named Turner dominated English painting in the early 1800s. If this is a constable, it could be worth, well...
How much? A lot?
Marcy, this could be worth a small fortune.
Well...
Exactly, wow.
What are we going to do?
Well, if I could, I'd like to have it appraised by an expert. That is, if you trust me with it. Marcy, I won't let anything happen to it, I promise you.
Okay. Just be careful with it.
I will. Don't worry.
Oh. This painting has gotten me through a lot of sleepless nights. In a way, I kind of hope it's not valuable, because then it will still be mine.
Hey.
You know what I like?
What?
I like your eyes. I do. I like your eyes. You have a funny way.
What?
When you look at one, you
Yeah?
look away first.
I do not
Yes,
do
you do.
that. I
Yes,
don't
when
do
you look
that.
at it.
Do I
Anybody
really
ever
do
tell you
that?
that?
No.
Yes.
I like your nose.
Yeah.
Isn't everyone's business.
Ha ha.
Especially like your mouth. You're beautiful.
I can hear your heart beating. I feel quite wonderfully beautiful right now. Want something to drink?
No. Oh,
I
no.
have some.
No.
I have some champagne
No.
down
I don't, no, I definitely don't want any more champagne. You know why?
Right.
Because I want more of you.
I like that. You know, now I know that it's absolutely impossible.
Right.
That this night could go on forever.
I'm doing fine.
But I'd like it to. And tomorrow.
Don't do that.
Okay, there is no tomorrow.
No.
It's just us.
That's right.
Now.
Yes.
So, you want to?
Yeah, let's take a hot tub.
I'll be right back. I'll just walk into the car.
All right. Bye-bye, honey.
Bye.
You got me up for a while?
Yeah, I sure am. Not tired at all. Must be all the excitement.
Well, then maybe you can fill me in on what's been happening with your life.
Well,
We haven't talked in a long time.
I'm not sure there's that much to tell.
How's school?
School's fine. Now that I've settled in, I don't seem to have too much trouble making my grades.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm very proud of you.
Thanks. I'm proud of you, too. I think it's great that you and Kim have fallen in love. I really do.
I'm glad. I worried about what your reaction would be.
Oh, you shouldn't have. I've always loved her. In fact, I'm almost envious of the two of you.
Why?
I don't know. I see you together and you look so happy, and I wonder sometimes...
If it'll happen to you?
Yeah.
Are you still hurting because of Jay?
No. I'm sad that things didn't stay the same between Jay and me, but nothing ever does, I guess.
That's the truth. Anybody at school?
No. I guess you're the only man in my life, Daddy. I sure feel lucky to have you.
The feeling's mutual.
Hey, listen. Would you mind if I filled you in on all the boring details of my life tomorrow? There's a visit I have to pay to someone.
Now? It's almost midnight.
Right? The night is young. I won't be long. It's just that this visit is long overdue. And don't feel like you have to wait up, okay?
That thought never crossed my mind.
Boy, things have really changed around here. Good night, Daddy.
Franny, welcome home.
Brian, it's very important that we don't push Kirk too hard, because we know, both of us know, that he has a problem. But neither one of us are psychiatrists.
You don't have to be a psychiatrist to observe that he's in trouble, Lisa. My God, he stole $15,000 from my safe.
I know that, and he regrets that, too.
If he regrets it so much, why was he back at the casino tonight?
Well, he told you, he tried to explain to you. He went back because he had his debts he had to pay off.
That doesn't explain why he's still gambling. Lisa, I'm afraid for him. I just think he's caught, that's all.
All right, then what's the alternative? Are we going to go for professional help for him?
No, not yet. I might be able to help him.
Oh, you? How can you help? Brian, you don't know any more about compulsive gambling than I do.
No, but I know him. He's my brother, Lisa. There's got to be a way I can get through to him.
Well, just go easy on him, because remember, he does not like it. He would hate it if he thought you were trying to run his life.
Why is it so difficult for him to believe that I love him?
I don't know.
Why does he fight me so much on this? Why does he make it so difficult for me to help him?
I guess it's pride. And I think that also he just, it's very hard for him. He tries to avoid the truth when it has to do with something about him that might not be pleasant.
He's got to know that I ride him about this only because I care about him.
I'm sure he knows this deep down in his heart, but it just takes a while for it to penetrate that thick skull of his. Just don't give up on him, Brian.
I won't. I can't. I love him too much.
Do you have any plan about how you can deal with this compulsive gambling of his?
Yeah. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. It's not going to be easy on Kirk or me either. But I think it just might help.
Low-down snake. Does that mean you're sore at me?
Not sore, Cal. Furious.
Why? I'm not the one who said Frank was on the take, and even if he is, it's not my fault.
Why didn't you tell me that you saw him here tonight?
Because I didn't want to upset you.
Well, so far that hasn't worked. Have you seen him here before? Cal, answer me. Have you seen him here before?
Yeah.
How many times?
Once or twice.
And you never mentioned it to me. Does Haskell know that Frank is a cop?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I told him.
What did Haskell say?
Well, I told him Frank was an honest cop, and he said there's no such thing as an honest cop.
And you think that means that Frank is the one who tipped him off, don't you?
Oh, Maggie, I don't know. I don't know what it means. That's why I didn't say anything to McCluskey when he asked if anybody was hanging around. Look, I may not like Frank, but I wouldn't rat on him, and for all I know, he had a perfectly good reason for being here.
Well, I wouldn't worry about that because I'm sure he does.
Well, good, wonderful. Well, I don't want him to be in trouble anyway, for one very good reason.
Why, what's that?
Because of you. I don't want to hurt you.
I'm sorry I snapped at you, Cal.
No, that's all right. I know this is hard on you, Maggie.
I've got to find the evidence, Cal. I know Frank is innocent.
The appraisal shouldn't take long, Marcy. I'll have it back to you safe and sound in a couple of days. Bye-bye. Excuse me, are you all right?
What are you doing here? Oh, yay! When did you get home?
I know, a little while ago, I guess.
Oh,
Aren't
I'm
you?
sorry. Freddie used this as Markham Cushing.
How'd you do?
I think she's recognized you.
Yeah. It's a real pleasure. I've followed your career ever since your Wimbledon debut. You're some tennis player.
Thank you. It's been lovely running into you. We must do it again sometime.
I hope so.
Good night, Marcy.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow, Marcy! Where did you manage to find Markham Cushing, and how did you get him into your kitchen?
Long story. I'll tell you about it later. I'm so glad to have you home.
Are you okay?
Yeah, now that you're back. Just a lot of things I have to tell you. Just, oh, my best friend.
Stay tuned for Capital, next on most of these CBS stations. Furs by Christie Brothers. Jewelry by Alexis Kirk. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.